Welcome, guys! Last we left off, our newly formed band of adventurers defeated a band of goblins trying to ambush them, and with the help of an unexpected ally named Drawen, Amator and Acheron, together with their new friend, are now investigating the site of an apparent abduction of their benefactor named Gundren Rockseeker, who tasked them to guard the caravan heading to Phandelver from Neverwinter. Phandelver is a nearby settlement filled with prospectors trying to make some easy gold and to avoid the eyes of the law. So, our heroes are now investigating apparent signs of an abductions. Apparently, their benefactor, together with his bodyguard named Silder Hallwinter, was taken by a clan of goblins and seemingly taken to their hideout nearby to where they now are. So, let's go. You guys have just defeated a band of goblins trying to ambush you, and you have just finished your short rest. And please tell me, what do you want to do? As you stash your caravan filled with all the supplies behind the embankment, behind a row of trees, so that it can be easily seen from the road. The last thing you found out is a trail leading northwest, apparently to the hideout of these goblins that ambushed you, these Cragmaw goblins. And with a hint of one of these goblins that marked a spot on your map, you now have a goal. So, what are you up to?
Right. Shall we visit the Cragmaw tribe and save our friend slash benefactor, Rockseeker?
Sure. If we want to get paid, we have to do it. And anyway, we cannot let them in the hands of the goblins. But before we go, I need to feed the oxen one more time, because because we never know when we are coming back to this place. And who has the map?
I'm having the map. Here you go. I'm giving to him.
Okay, I open the map and I try, to mark the spot that we are in right now, so we don't lose the wagon.
Yes,
and let's tie also the horses. Let's get the horses and tie them to the same tree as the oxen, so we don't lose them as well. Will you help me?
You can gather the horses easily. Actually, one of you, the one who wants to tie them up, can roll me an animal handling check, because these horses do not belong to you, and there has recently been a battle here, so they're a bit agitated. It's not a high roll, but Okay. It takes you a while. The two horses have scattered around, trying to hide behind trees in order to hide from the goblins. But you slowly coax them out of their hiding place, and once they, establish a connection with the oxen, they approach hesitantly, but they do, And you can also tie them to the same tree as your 2 oxen.
Okay.
I'm
If we
giving
have
a hand
enough
to...
animal food. You want to speak? Okay.
Yes. I'm giving a hand to you so you can have a advantage to your roll.
Okay. I just want to feed the animals because we never know when we are coming back.
Don't worry, I can take care of that. Do you want me to feed all of them?
How are you going to do that?
Have these special mushrooms.
Oh.
Maybe keep these mushrooms for us, no?
Yeah, I could do that.
Maybe give some to Acheron. He looks wounded.
A bit wounded. I don't care so much. But yeah, it could be appreciated.
Would 3 of them be enough?
Maybe. I think so.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, take it.
Don't eat them all at once.
No, I'm doing them one by one. And I'm giving a strange, like, I don't really trust the Drawen, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm chewing at the same time.
As you chew the mushroom, you see that it's quite small. It's a very small mushroom, but it's quite tasty, even though you don't trust it. And as soon as you take a couple of bites, it fills you up quite a bit. You feel like you've eaten enough. You feel nourished, and you regain some hit points as well.
You regain a hit point per mushroom.
Yep.
You have my gratitude, Drawen. Thank you very much. I'm free.
No problem. So the plan is not to take any animals with us.
No, let's travel by foot.
Right.
I think if we have any chance, to sneak up on them, it is only by going by foot.
Let's move then. And if you don't mind, let's go beside the thick forest line. I can't see very well here.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Let's say that it's approaching noon. You've been traveling the whole morning. Our day started, early morning with sunup. You traveled for a couple of hours, and then you reached this site of the ambush. You got ambushed by the goblins. You met Drawen. You rested for an hour, and then now you're planning what you want to do.
Okay.
Amator, have a solution for feeding the animals. I can give you some rations that I have with me.
No, but we have animal food in the wagon. Don't worry.
Ah, perfect. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, if this is done, then we should move.
Perfect. Let's say, let's go ahead and you guys give me a marching order for your trail, for your walk through the forest.
I don't
Who is
have
brave
any
enough
other-
to take the lead?
I don't have any other option, guys. I have the AC.
I can take the lead if you like.
If you think that you can scout a bit, or you have more perception than me, so be my guest.
I can move like 30 feet ahead of you, and Move stealthily and also observe.
Okay,
Okay.
but no funny business, right?
I mean, I am ahead of you. Like, if any funny business comes, it's gonna be from the back.
Okay,
So be careful of
so
you.
can I be in the middle and you be the rear guard, Acheron?
Okay, let's play it that way.
Okay.
Perfect. So Drawen is scouting 30 feet ahead. Then 30 feet behind him is Amator. And close by, guarding the rear, we have Acheron. Okay. So, Drawen, are you holding onto the map as you are leading them and scouting ahead?
Yeah, I give him the map.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Right. Are you okay, all of you, to inside the forest line?
It's not
You
Sorry,
have-
what?
habitat for me,
You
but
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll have to avoid detection. I'm
Let's
trying.
The trail.
let's not
let
make
me
too
clear
much
something out.
noise.
The trail is not like a very often walked path. It's only used by goblins from time to time. So it's not like an opening, a clearing through the forest. It's like a naturally created path through the forest, through places
Yeah.
in the forest that they're not thick enough so that it encumbers the trek.
Yeah. But without them knowing necessarily, I'm trying to move towards areas that they're darker, like they don't have
Okay.
direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Because I'm really sensitive to
Yeah.
that sense.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that.
Okay.
Even if you stay on the trail, there's enough shade from the canopies of the trees that you can avoid the sunlight.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, every 5-10 minutes I'm checking the map, but the rest of the time I'm trying to be really alert
Okay.
what's going on around me.
Okay. So as you're starting as you're starting your trek through the forest, following the trail, and checking your map from time to time, you've been walking. I'm assuming you're walking with a slow pace, right, or a normal pace.
Yes.
Forest. Okay. So you've been on the trail for like 10-20 minutes. I would like you to roll me a survival check, please. Drawn, as you're scouting ahead, checking for traps, enemies, danger.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Sudden movement and shots. You're walking, trying to avoid the sunlight as much as you can, paying attention to breaks in the canopies of the trees, avoiding sun rays, and unfortunately, you don't pay that much attention to the ground. Sorry, roll me another perception check, another survival check.
So, do you want it with disadvantage? Or straight roll?
No, because you specified that you're staying in the shadows. Okay. Well, as you're weaving around the trees,
Another 8.
yeah. As you're weaving around the trees, paying attention not to go directly into the sunlight, not to make any loud noises. You hop over a big log on the ground, and you land on a very soft piece of ground covered with leaves. and it kind of sinks under your foot.
I tend to the guys and I say, "All right, guys, everything seems really safe."
As you say that, you you hear a snapping sound, a dragging sound, and you see a line of rope rapidly getting pulled towards a branch, a high branch on a tree, as a noose is tied around your ankle and it draws you up the tree. You're upside down, hanging from a branch, hanging from your ankle.
How high?
You are approximately like 10 feet off the ground.
Can I quickly just cut it with my battle axe?
Yeah, you can try to bend over and slash it with your axe. I'm gonna
Perfect.
ask you for an attack roll.
Can I catch him? Can I catch him as he falls?
If he does it quickly, then you're not gonna have a chance. But if you wait until they reach you,
I think in this instance, being I don't know, feeling awkward that I ended up in this situation, I'm just doing it as fast as I can.
okay. So
Oh,
roll
my,
me an attack roll against the piece of rope. Yeah, you hit.
DM,
Yeah.
can I detect any action around us? Any movement?
Yeah, as that happens, and as you hear Drawen shout ahead, everything is safe, and he turns upside down, you can roll me a perception check. Drawen, you hit the piece of rope, and you just have to deal 1 point of slashing damage to it. You cut it off, but as you fall, you do take some damage from the fall. The leaves do not cushion your fall that much. It is 5 points of
I
damage.
had the 3.
5 damage from a fall. My
Yep.
God.
You fall 10 feet.
Okay.
There are some
And
thorny bushes you fall for some reason. You fall into them.
I'm staying-
You get pierced.
I'm staying prone for a second, trying to ascertain, as Acheron does as well,
Okay.
what's the next noise that I hear, because I know this is a trap. Someone put it there, so there must be something coming next.
Well,
I
you wait for...
go to Drawen and to see if he's okay.
Okay. So as you approach Amator, Acheron, you look around, inspecting the nearby bushes and fallen logs for ambushing goblins. Although you don't see anything and you don't hear anything rapidly approaching you or responding to the triggering of the trap.
Can I act now?
Yes,
Also?
you can do it.
I'm taking a step back just to defend Amator and Drawen, that they are taking care of the
Each other.
The-
Yeah.
the injuries. Yeah.
Okay. So you're covering your 6. You're keeping a lookout. Amator, you approach. Drawen, you see him lying down, clasping his foot a bit, seemingly hurt.
Can I bandage his foot?
Yes, you
Can I
can
try?
do so. He's not like bleeding actively or anything.
Just stabilize it.
Yeah, it's probably a bit sprained, a bit bruised. You see, he fell kind of awkwardly, so that's most of the damage.
I ask him in common if he's okay.
I'm so sorry. It's the first time that it happens to me.
Anyway, it doesn't matter as long as you're okay. Are you feeling any pain right now?
Yeah, a lot in my ankle. you can take care, and I'll eat some mushrooms as well.
Okay, yeah, you do that. And I try, to put a splint on his twisted ankle.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me. Do you have a healer's kit or a medicine check? You can do either.
Medicine.
Okay.
I would like to eat 3 mushrooms.
Okay. Just keep
And
track of how
also-
many you have left, and it's fine.
Yes, and also.
Okay, I rolled.
Could I roll
rolled
a
a 13.
check?
One more time, Drawen. Say again.
Could I roll a perception check just to, ascertain what is happening next? Like if there is another noise coming.
Yeah, you can do so. As Amator is gathering some numbing plants around, um, mushing them up, applying it on the wound, on the bruise, and covering it up.
I am stuck at 8.
3
Yes,
days in a row.
third
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel your ankle lightening up. It doesn't hurt as much with Amator's help, but you're still looking around, and even lying down, you don't have very good visibility. So you don't see any sudden movements. The only thing you hear is the rustling of leaves, and normal forest sounds.
Thank you, Amator.
Animals in the distance and whatnot.
Thank Lathander. Can you walk?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Let's be careful.
Do you want to resume your position, or do you want to switch with me?
If you don't mind, I would like to continue.
Okay. I will bless him with the help of Lathander. I will give him the guidance cantrip.
Okay. Very well.
That's 1d4 to one of your rolls.
It's for a minute, right?
Yeah, it's for a minute, but you can use it if you wanna.
It is for a minute. It is for a minute, yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you did trigger this trap, seemingly laid by the goblins. For those.
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, can we tell that it is made from goblins?
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
you can easily tell so. This path is rarely walked by anything else, except goblins and animals, and animals cannot lay such traps. You also see a lot of footprints, goblinoid footprints around the noose that the snare was tied to. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to continue guiding the guys and also keep an eye and rectify the embarrassment.
Okay. So you keep the same arrangement. You're scouting 30 feet ahead, then Amator, then Acheron, right? Okay. So you're continuing your. You check your map and you see that the mark that your goblin prisoner made, your goblin
Martyr.
made. Yeah. It's approximately 5 miles from where you started, where the ambush was. So it's gonna take you like 3 hours maybe of walking speed through the forest, or even more. You've been walking since the trap incident. You continue walking with no apparent interruptions or nothing interesting happening for another half an hour maybe. As you're checking, are you scouting ahead? You're still noticing here and there some goblin footprints. You've been in this forest. You've been trailing the goblins for quite some time, for a few days. So you know their trails, where they go, their hideouts. But you've never found this one for some reason. Or rather, they didn't use this trail for some reason. I want you to roll another perception check as you're walking for half an hour. And you're actively searching for traps. 9, that's an improvement.
Wow.
You're slowly increasing. Okay.
Get them out of the system.
Yep. Well, this time you're walking and you spot a very obvious goblin mark on a tree. You've been studying the goblins, as we said. You know that, there's a mark like 3 lines and 1 across, meaning, danger or this way or treasure or food or whatever. And you see like a mark that you believe means stash. And as you're approaching the tree that this mark is carved upon, you walk on the muddy ground, and suddenly as you take one step right in front of the tree, you feel like a lightness as your step does not
Oh my god.
reach the ground, and instead it reaches nothing, and you fall. You feel like your stomach rising, and before you notice, you drop in a pit covered by leaves.
What?
Well, actually, before you do, I want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's again. What is happening? It's
We're gonna roll another d6 as this time you fall another 10 feet in a pit in the ground.
oh, thank god.
It's 1. It's a 1. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you fall in
We are
this
getting
muddy
used to
pit. You you fall head first into this very shallow, muddy, water gathered in this pit among branches and leaves. Yeah, and you're inside. Amator, you see Drawen in front of you. One moment he's scouting ahead, the other moment he's nowhere to be seen.
I ran up to the pit and I shout, "Are you okay?" And I immediately pull my rope and throw it in the pit to draw him out.
Okay. Yeah, the pit.
I'm yelling to Amator. Sorry, this is the second time that it happens to me.
You're having a bad day.
Yeah, unlucky day for Drawen. You see that the pit is not very... The walls of the pit are not steep by any means. It was very hastily made by goblins, possibly not even with tools, just with their claws and hands. They made like this trapezoidal shaped pit that you can very easily climb out of. But the rope is a very, very welcome assistance to climb out of this pit. You don't even have to roll anything to do so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
There's nothing else in the pit. Right?
If you want to, before climbing out, if you want to do a perception check to, you know...
I really want to...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, finally. A 14.
So, you can you feel around in the very shallow water of the pit, but unfortunately the only thing you find is fallen branches, fallen leaves, and maybe like a skull or a skeleton of a very small animal.
Okay, that was their snack, I suppose.
Okay.
So, not to spread any superstition, but maybe it's the curse of the tortured and killed captive goblin that we had.
That's nonsense.
Maybe that guy put a curse on you.
I didn't kill him. I'm telling you, the goblins are getting smarter.
Maybe cutting his arm off, maybe it was not the smartest idea.
Oh, that's not the first arm that I cut off a goblin. I'm sure there would have been a pattern.
Yeah. Maybe there was something special about that goblin and he cursed you.
Listen to me, Amator. There are things that's happening. Goblins, they are getting smarter. I've noticed it.
I didn't hear anything. Curse or something that he said. He said nothing because he had an arrow between his neck.
Well, that's sorted. We are sure that it's not a curse. We can move on.
And also, Drawen, this is a not honorable way to live. Please, be careful.
Okay. So do you continue scouting ahead?
Are we close to our target?
Well, you do have a couple of hours of walking, of trekking ahead of you.
Do you want to switch? Drawen, do you want to switch with me?
No, I'm fine.
You sure? Do you want me to be in ahead with you, maybe to help you spot things?
No. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I'm getting the hang out of it. It's just I was really surprised by their traps. They get really cunning.
Okay. I give him another blessing of Lathander, another guidance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I stay 30 feet.
Amator, could you give me this blessing more often? Maybe once a minute would sort me out. Is it a touch? Sorry, it's a touch spell. So okay, never mind. It's fine. Thank you very much for your blessing. Your gods.
If you see anything, please let us know before you do something, so we might assist you. And from now on, please, everyone, no talking, no unnecessary noises, just be completely quiet.
Okay. Sure. Do you want to roll a group stealth check? If you want to be stealthy, you can do so. But you see that you have a lot of road ahead of you until you reach the mark made by your captive goblin. You do not.
Okay, so let's leave it for a bit later, maybe.
Okay.
As we are approaching. We haven't, I don't know. Can I check the ground for any recent footsteps footprints from a goblin? Like feeling.
Yeah.
I want to check if there is a feeling that we're gonna meet a goblin anytime soon.
Okay. Sure. Roll a survival check then. Oof, critical. That's a critical.
25.
Very well. Well, you notice there are not very recent tracks traversing this trail, but you do catch up on a pair of tracks that you also noticed at the start of the trail near the ambush site. You pick up, with a critical, you pick up 4 sets of goblinoid trails, maybe 5 4-hour or maybe a bit more 5-hour long trails, 5 hours ago. And accompanying those goblinoid trails, you see also 2 other drag marks. And you quickly realize that these are maybe the tracks of the 2 captives of the goblins.
Trying to show my good detective skills to the others and kind of fix my reputation. I'm showing to Amator and Acheron the dragging signs on the path. It's reaching to the conclusion that basically it must be the rock seeker and the other guy.
Yep.
So as you can see here and there, you can see those dragging marks. It must be 4 or 5 hours ago. It's, suppose that must be the guy, rock seeker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. They must be close.
Must be,
And in fact, with that critical, you can follow those trails and have a pretty good idea for at least a couple of miles ahead of you, and also have a pretty good idea if there are any traps you can avoid by precisely following the trail.
Perfect.
Amazing. So, is there anything else you want to do while traveling? If not, as you're approaching the end of your hike, the end of your trail, I'm gonna ask you to roll a stealth check.
That's
With
a
guidance.
that's a team stealth check, right?
Yes, you can roll as a group
Amator,
or individual.
the guy. Yeah. Probably keep it for yourself. Guidance, Amator. Would you like to
What?
roll yourself?
Bless you.
Okay.
Great.
Very nice.
-1, guys.
Oh.
Ooh. 0.
0.
21 from me, 0 from Mahsan.
Didn't we say that we are rolling a group?
Yes.
We can.
That's a group.
That's a failure. We have a success, I guess. And Amateur, you can roll 2 as well.
Okay.
0.
Who is getting
Roll
who is
0.
getting the blessing?
Get it.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
history.
Heavy armor too. Oh, you're also here wearing heavy armor. Okay.
13 from Amator.
13. Okay.
But I have disadvantage. Okay, it's already.
You have guidance.
I have guidance.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's a 7. It's a 7 because of the disadvantage.
Oh, yes, it is. Of course.
We are not.
You can choose who you want to give the guidance to. Amateur, if it's yourself or...
Since we are spread a little bit and it's a touch spell, maybe I will give it to myself.
Okay. Okay.
It's a 9.
That's a 9.
9.
Perfect.
9 total.
You're approaching the end of the trail. You're checking the map. Actually, Drawen, you're signaling them when you're approaching the end. And as you do, you're starting to pick up a buzzing noise in the distance. And you come across a shallow a body of water, like a very small stream. Not quite a river, a very small stream that goes along the trail for a little while. You can follow it as it moves along with you, and then it splits off and goes towards the forest in another direction. But as you do, and you're following it, you reach the end, or its source, which is the mouth of a cave in a hillside, where the stream comes out of. And you see that on the other side of the stream and other side of the cave mouth, there are dense briar thickets. And right next to the small stream of water, there's a very dry path that leads into the cave on the right side of the stream.
I see the dragging marks
Yeah,
going
let's
into
say
the cave.
with that critical, you can follow the drag marks all the way up to the cave mouth.
I inform the guys.
Let's go here. Sorry about that. I'm gonna place you where you are.
What time of the day is it?
I mean, you've been walking for 3 or 4 hours, so it's like 4 in the afternoon. There's still sun up, but it is getting late. You are somewhere here. Let's say here, with the other guys 30 feet behind you. All right.
I'm actually waiting for them to reach up next to me. Probably I can hear them in every step they make.
Yeah,
it's
you're
also
pretty silent, but there is a very noisy bunch behind you. Well, while you can hear them, you don't see any other response in front of you.
Okay, so I don't have to roll a perception for
Yeah,
that.
you're not sure if you've been noticed or not. But there is no movement, no reaction to the noise. Yeah, and as Amator and Acheron are barreling through the forest, cutting branches, snapping, branches, fallen branches on the trail, they reach 30 feet behind you as you signal them to stop. And you all see the cave mouth and the stream leading into it.
What now?
Is it dark?
No, it's not dark. There is light out. The cave, but inside the cave, it gets dark very quickly.
Okay.
That must be the place.
And in front of you, Drawen, I'm gonna say that you do pick up the trail you've been following all this time. The group of goblins and the two heavier drag marks across the mud. But inside, in front of the cave mouth, you see numerous trails of goblins coming in and out, and even other animal-like
Right.
trails.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
See, like if they drag them, and from the cave, it seems that there is an opening only from the opposite side that we are.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see How did they move them to the other side?
You see that the trail goes into the stream and comes out on the other side near the cave mouth. It's not very. It's like 2 feet deep. It's not very deep.
I see. Okay.
It's not. It's not even traveling very fast. It's like a very slow trickle of water. Yeah, that's it.
Acheron,
Yes,
what do you think we should do?
I think we should go and free Rockseeker. This is our task.
Shall we? Would you like guys to stay hidden in the thick forest line for a minute so I can check inside, or do you want to just barge in?
Depends. Is the mouth dark? Because I know that I cannot see in the dark, unlike my companions.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm placing your tokens just to have them in here. I'm assuming you're further behind. To answer your question, yeah, it gets dark very fast. There is no apparent light source lighting up the inside of the cave. There is some natural, sunlight going in, but you can't see more than 10 feet inside.
Okay, I move here, and I reach into the stream and look for a pebble.
Okay, yeah, there are a lot of pebbles you can take with you.
Okay.
As you reach your hand in the stream, you see that it's very cold, although it's very slow moving. Your hand freezes from the cold water.
Okay, I'm going to look for 3 round pebbles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I put 2 in a pocket and 1 in my hand, and I cast light on it.
Yeah, okay.
So now...
Keep the light low. The light low.
So when I close my fist around the pebble, it gets dark, and when I open my hand, then it's bright. It's bright actually for 40 feet around me.
That's very clever.
20 feet bright light and another 20 feet dim light.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to bless myself with guidance.
Perfect.
Can I ask you guys something? Is it better to drag our enemies out of the cave?
No.
Drag them out.
No.
Don't want to do that.
If we can, take them a few of them at a time, instead of alerting the whole cave to our presence here.
The
I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard because I cannot see in the dark, and we are both wearing clunky metal armor. But maybe Drawen can do it. Maybe Drawen can scout ahead and tell us what he sees.
I can certainly do it.
And if you can track at least the guards of the entrance, I can assume that there are some guards in the entrance. So drag them out.
You don't see anything. You haven't noticed any
I assume
on the cave mouth. Yeah.
Yes, but we assume they are there.
Okay. Sure.
First of all, can we move as a group somewhere hidden and not in direct? I don't know. Anyone can see us there.
Unfortunately, there's not much, to hide behind in this area. There is a clearing in front of the cave, at the mouth of the cave.
Can we move to the right-hand side of?
Yeah, you could try to move there.
Okay.
As Amator has done.
Amator is still on the left.
Yeah. Do you wanna do so stealthily?
Yes, I'll try.
You can roll another stealth check as a group, or whoever is walking near the cave of the mouth of the cave. Sorry.
Can I move really, really slowly?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like, will that help me in my stealth check in any way?
Unfortunately, no. You do.
No.
In a scenario, Amator, I can lift you up, and I can move slowly.
You still have to
stealthily.
roll with disadvantage, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. That's a 2.
That's a 2 from
Better
us.
than a 0, I guess.
0 is historical, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing.
it's okay.
That's- That's the best I can.
Freaking 0.
13.
Okay. Stealthy Drawen knows the forest better than anyone. And a 7. Okay.
Maybe I have one chance to do it right.
Okay. So.
Okay, it's 10.
That's a 10.
At least I got.
That's a 10. Okay. Let me check something here. Wow. Amazing. That's a 10 and that's a 2. Unfortunately, Okay.
The stream must help a bit more. The stream must
yeah,
help.
the stream is drowning
think
a lot
so.
of noise. I mean, it's not like a very whooshing river sound. It's not a deafening river sound, but there is like a constant buzzing to the flow of the water, possibly hypnotizing any active listeners. Although, as you are approaching the mouth of the cave, Amator, you do a great job avoiding any branches on the ground, moving your heavy armor in such a way that it doesn't creak as much, or timing your movements with the natural noises of the forest. That much, although, cannot be said for Acheron, as he moves very clumsily ahead, not paying attention to the branches under his feet, or or the stones and the noises his armor makes, hitting a bunch of trees or logs with his sword. And as you reach the cave of the mouth of the cave, he leans against the rock, and one of the rocks dislodges and causes a bunch of other rocks to fall, and it creates a small landslide that gets very, very loud. And as that happens, you notice, Amator, as you're in the perfect spot to do so, behind the thicket, behind the briar on the east side of the stream, there is a small opening, and you couldn't see it before because the thicket was the briars were so thick. But you see a figure peeking its head. You see a goblin reaching around and searching for the source of the sound. And as you lock eyes, it hisses at you, and it says something in Goblin. And those who understand Goblin immediately realize that he's saying, "Intruders! Attack them!" Not so loud that anyone can hear them inside the cave, but he does exclaim. So I want you to roll initiative, please.
Okay.
Do we assume the positions that we currently have? Or...
Yeah. You're right where you are.
Right. I was trying to move the whole time. I was trying to move to a position that I won't be in plain sight, and I ended up being in plain sight.
Oops. Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Nice.
22.
Very nice. Drawen, you don't see anything yet. You don't see any threats or enemies. But you do hear a goblin voice exclaiming something. You remind me, do you speak goblin or no?
I don't
You
understand a
don't.
thing.
But you do hear a goblin shouting something, and you see Amator and Acheron looking in the same direction, and you pick up that there must be something behind the briars on the east side of the stream. And it's your turn.
On the east side. Perfect, okay.
Yeah.
So, straight forward, I just move on the opposite side of the stream. Technically, because I was moving there, could we assume that I had a running speed for a jump? Because I just want to pass above it. I don't want to go inside the hole.
Yes. The problem is that you cannot jump in the place you're right now. You cannot jump directly to the east because the briars are so thick. You're gonna get mixed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I
You
see.
You have to go to the north and then east if you want to go to the east side of the stream.
Ooh.
It's like hitting a maze wall filled with very small branches and leaves.
Okay. So I move upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, I assume. I go up to there, or would I be here?
You can go there. You can go into the stream. It's like 2 feet deep, and it's not even difficult terrain to walk across it.
Give me a second then, because I started 1, 2, 3, 4. My God. Go on. So I just enter the stream. Go inside the stream and try to move as close as possible. I don't remember where I started. I think I started there.
Yeah, I think you were there. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, I arrive here.
Okay.
And I guess I see one of the goblins.
Yeah, you see a very grizzled-looking goblin. Hold on, because wait a minute. The token on my screen is not in the right position. You're here, right? Yeah. You see a battle-scarred, very grizzled-looking goblin with a bit of a goatee, a bit of a scraggly facial hair, wielding a scimitar and 2 javelins on its back, wearing like scraps of leather armor with some tattoos on its arm. And as you approach, it turns to you and it hisses at you. What else you want to do on your turn?
I'm telling the other guys not too loud, but enough to hear me. There they are. And we'll move one more forward.
Okay.
And
yeah, as you move, you notice 2 more goblins. These are not so menacing as the other one in front of you. you see them as they are. You catch them in a very weird position. You see they were not ready for a fight, and they're now standing up in the middle of standing up and equipping themselves with their gear that was thrown about. You see some hay on the ground where they were seemingly sitting or laying down. And they're very frantically trying to grab their weapons and armor and putting it on, readying themselves for a fight.
Okay, as I am approaching and see that there are 3 goblins instead of 1, I will. Oh my god! Can I see? No, I can't see anything else in there. Can I?
No, you see that it's like a small outpost, like a hiding place for those goblins to keep watch. But you caught them. I mean, it's kind of mixed. You caught them lacking. They weren't paying attention, but you made a lot of noise. So the beefier of the goblins, the one right in front of you, peeked its head to see what was going on. And the other 2 are right now starting to gather their things to get ready for
Okay. They don't seem quite ready yet.
No, they're not very ready.
Perfect. Okay, cool. In that case, then I will. As it picked its head, I'll try to cut its head.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Roll for attack.
Gonna attack with the battle axe. Oh, 25 to hit.
25, that's a hit.
8 points of damage.
8 points? Wait, what's the other 9? Is that...
It's in case I'm using it two-handed.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. You see that the beefier goblin, it seems you land the hit, but its reactions are quite fast, faster than what you were expecting, and it manages to parry it a bit with its scimitar. You didn't land a killing blow, but it's very hurt.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, because of my speed, I can't move anymore. Actually, DM, I forgot something. Because it's direct sunlight, I have to roll with disadvantage. So we'll roll once more.
Okay, roll another d20. Add your.
Oh my goodness!
What did you roll again? Oh, okay.
So it's a 9 actually.
It's a 9. The 9, it's a miss, unfortunately. You see, this goblin not only wields a scimitar, but also brings out a small shield from its back. And as you're bringing your axe down on its head, it parries your strike, and your axe gets stuck in the butt, and you retrieve it fast. But
yeah.
You get parried. Okay, so no damage on it. And is that the end of your turn? Do you want to do anything else?
I can't move any more.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the other 2 goblins are not ready yet. They're considered surprised. Only the one in front of you is acting on the first round. So we are going to skip the one, and it's Amator's turn.
I'm going to activate my holy symbol on my chest and cast Toll the Dead on the goblin that is in front of Drawen.
Okay.
Okay.
Toll the Dead, that I have to roll a wisdom save. Goblins, not very wise. That's a 4, I think. Yep. That's
Perfect.
Okay, and that's a full 8 necrotic
a 4.
damage.
Necrotic damage from the goblin boss. Perfect.
And then I would like to move here. And I'm going... okay, I'm talking in Celestial.
Okay.
I think Acheron, I know that Acheron speaks Celestial, right?
Yep, as
And
Aasimar,
I tell him, don't let him alert the cave. Don't let him get reinforcements. And I move here just, to block.
So
I see no other goblins in the cave, right?
You do not see any goblin. Do you have your stone that you cast light on?
Yes, it's on my hand, and my hand now is open.
Oh, it's open. So you do have the light source. Okay.
Yes.
So as you move across the threshold of the mouth of the cave, because the tunnel narrows very very fast, it creates like a sound chamber of sorts, and the sound of the stream gets amplified a lot. So the buzzing that we heard outside of the cave is very louder in here, and a lot of noises get drowned out. So you assume that...
That's good for us, so
Yes.
they don't hear the sounds of combat outside.
Exactly.
Okay.
With your light on your hand, shining 40 feet of light, you do see that the stream continues on northward and bends around towards the northeast. And let me check something real quick, sorry. It's 30 feet, okay. So, oh, you don't see that? Oh, wait. Wait, why don't you see that? Do you see the line I am drawing? No.
Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay. So 30 feet in front of you, above the stream, you see that there is another path crossing perpendicular to the stream with a bridge 20 feet above the water. And also immediately to your right, when you enter the mouth of the cave, you see there is a larger cavern of sorts, a natural cavern, filled with stalagmites and stalactites. And with the help of your light, you see wolves at the end of the at the end of this hall, at the end of this room. You see some wolves laying around the stalagmite. They haven't seemed to notice you. They only react a bit to the light. One of them perks up and sniffs the air or looks at your direction. But
The wolves are in the room to the east.
Yes, you see them right here. There's some
Okay.
wolves that you can see.
Okay. Do I detect any goblin?
No, not at this moment. You don't see any goblins noticing you. And one last thing, sorry, I forgot to mention. You see on the west side of the stream, there is another path, 25 feet ahead of you, like 20 feet ahead of you. There is a path leading to the west. But you catch a glimpse of some rubble blocking your path.
Okay. Okay.
That's all you can see at this moment.
Okay, I will be brave and take an extra step here and finish my turn.
Okay. You see the cavern, the hall of the room opening in front of you, as three wolves lay at the end of the room. Perfect.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. So, Drawen, boss goblin in front of you, reacts to your strike and tries to retaliate. It tries to hit you once with its sword, its scimitar. That's a 9. It misses completely. And it tries again, but the second attack is not so masterful, let's say. It tries to hit you one more time, very hastily.
A scimitar.
With a scimitar,
Scimitar.
yes, but also with
My
disadvantage.
God.
That's a 6, so it fails.
Perfect.
But yeah, both attacks, you can parry them very easily. Although it's a goblin boss, it's not very good at fighting still. And you know what? It's going to... Yeah, it's gonna stay there, defending. It's gonna... Actually, he's gonna move... It's gonna move one space to the left.
Okay.
Here. The other goblin is also surprised. It's not gonna act on the first round of combat, so it's Acheron's turn.
I would like to move beyond this stream, but I'm not seeing any space that I can.
Think you can move through me.
Do I have an disadvantage striking from this area?
Yes. No, you don't have disadvantage. The boss is gonna have
he
like
got more
3/4
AC.
cover. Yeah, it's gonna have +5 to its AC.
Can I move here?
If you have enough movement, you can move through Drawen, but it's gonna cost you. It's considered difficult terrain.
I think I will.
So if you go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, you can move even one square down if you want.
No, it's a.
Yes, but you can stay there, like squeezing with your back against the wall, the stone wall.
But here I can strike an unprepared goblin.
Yes, I mean, yes, you can do so. Yeah.
Yeah, I will check this.
Okay.
I believe that this is the way that we can fight them unprepared.
Yeah, he's not. You see, its weapon is at its feet. This goblin has just finished putting on its armor, like his bracers and the straps or whatever. But he hasn't picked up his weapon.
Can I strike him when he wears his arm guard?
Yeah.
Like
Go
this,
for it.
and I'm trying to cut off his hand.
Go for it. Yeah. Okay.
I
That's
believe
15. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yes.
They don't have their shields yet, so that's a hit. That's 6
Six
points of
slashing.
damage. You stab it. You almost cut its whole arm off. It's very, very hurt.
Okay.
Almost dead, actually. Not. He went from, oh, we're being ambushed, to, oh, I'm almost dead.
That's how it uses.
Yeah. That's how Goblin
That's
goes.
how you ambush.
Yep.
So with my, do I have a rest of a movement? Like,
I think that's a whole, that's your 30 feet. You don't have any more.
okay.
If you can, if you want, you can do something with your bonus action if you have something to do.
Yeah, I don't have any with my bonus action. So this is the end of my turn.
Okay. So now we go to the second round of combat. Up top with Drawen again. It's your turn.
But this time, facing the sunlight still hitting my face. I'm muttering some words and create a magic mushroom, which I throw the goblin in front of me.
Okay.
Again,
sorry.
Again, as the mushroom hits the goblin, there is a poisonous gas appearing next to it.
Okay.
So that's basically my spell. Poison spray.
Does it have to roll for something? Yeah, it's a DC.
Yes, it's a Constitution saving throw 13.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
That's 13 exactly.
Oh, is it? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, it is. This goblin is quite used to poisonous gases. We're using them recreationally, I guess. So he just inhales them, no effect.
I'm telling you, there is something wrong with these goblins.
Or maybe you are cursed.
Drawen's bad day.
I will. Yes, I want to move.
Okay.
I want to move. No, actually, I'll stay there. I don't want them to move away from us. And I want to be next to Acheron in case something happens.
Okay.
I'll stay there.
Okay, perfect. So. Ooh. The goblin on the furthest goblin from you finishes putting on its armor and it reaches for its weapon on the ground. It picks up a scimitar and it's gonna move one space and try to attack Acheron with its weapon. He rolls a 15 against your AC. And
Nope.
of course, the scimitar bounces off your shield, and he raises another attack, but he doesn't have enough economy for it. So it's Amator's turn.
Okay. I spring out of my hiding place. Move up to here. See what's going on. Target the goblin in front of Drawen with another for the dead.
Okay. So another wisdom save from me.
Another wisdom save, and
She's not very wise. Oh my god. He rolled a 19 though. So it's a...
okay.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. He has a -1 to wisdom, but he rolled very high.
Okay, but sometimes, you know, sometimes you are cursed. And
Famous goblin curse. Okay.
Okay,
a lot of
and,
damage too, though.
yes, and a very dead goblin.
Yeah. You
But
see
not
that-
but not today.
Yeah, not today. Not this turn.
Not today.
apparently. You see that there is some trickle of blood running from his ears, from your first All of the Dead. But he's very focused to Drawen in front of him at this point, and he manages to shake off the next one. Do you want to move any more in your turn? Or are you gonna stay
Yes,
there? Okay.
move here,
Right.
move back here,
Okay.
and
you move
check.
there.
check the wolves.
Yeah. As you move a little bit more into this room in the cave, you do have to climb a set of stairs to enter the room. And as you move, the stone in your hand fills the chamber with light, and you see a stalactite and a stalagmite providing a bit of cover in the room. And at the back end of this cavern, the cave narrows to a steep fissure. And you immediately smell the stench of the wolves filling your nostrils. And as you approach a bit more, one of the wolves actually stands up and tries to approach you, but you see that there is a collar with a chain preventing it from moving very much towards you. It can only reach this point, and it stops.
Okay.
But you see
Does
that
he look?
they are aggressive.
He looks aggressive.
Yeah,
They are aggressive.
They do seem aggressive, and then they're starting to growl at you.
Okay, I pull some food from my backpack and throw it at them.
Perfect. You can roll an animal handling check with advantage if you want. Perfect. Okay. You throw some scraps from your rations to the wolves. The one that approached you, you see that it leaps to its hind legs and catches the food from the air and starts chomping down on it. And after he swallows the food with one bite, he looks at you, lowering its head, and turns around and sits among his friends, seemingly letting you pass or letting you do whatever you want.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
But there are no exits from this room. Only the corridor with the stream, right?
Well, you see that behind the wolves there is a very small passage that there is a bit of light, or the light from your hand escapes into, but you have to squeeze perhaps into it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's it for my.
Perfect.
My turn.
Now the goblin boss, it's gonna continue its beef with Drawen, trying to attack him 2 more times. I believe the first attack hits with a 19.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it deals 3 damage to you, 3 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And picking up on his momentum, he tries to attack you again, although this time with disadvantage. And rolls a 7 and misses completely.
Oof.
Yep. What he is going to do, you've positioned yourself very, very well. He cannot get past you to go into the cave, as you're blocking his path. What can he do? He's gonna stay there, protecting his 2 subordinates, I guess.
Mm.
And next up is the goblin behind him, which got very badly injured by Acheron, and he's going to try to retaliate and attack him, attempting to slash him with his scimitar.
He has half of his armor, eh?
Yes, he picks up his
Didn't
sword
manage to.
he's very badly prepared. He picks up his. You see, there's a shield and a sword at his feet. He only manages to pick up the sword in an attempt to attack you. He attacks, but he misses completely with a 7. And the scimitar bounces off your shield. You parry it off, and he stands there not knowing what to do. And it's your turn, actually.
Okay. I will slash in his stomach.
Okay.
And yes, I cannot do that.
Ooh. Okay. So
11.
it's an 11. But
It's an 11 or I have an advantage?
you don't have advantage.
No.
He's wearing. I'm gonna say
Cheeky.
he's wearing his leather. He doesn't have a shield on, so his AC is a bit lower. But he does have most of his armor on, not all of it. So his AC is 12. So unfortunately, you do miss. Even with a very badly injured hand, arm actually, he dodges out of the way, and your sword hits the briar behind it, and it gets stuck a bit, and you retrieve it. Do you want to move, or go anywhere?
Come on, you filthy abomination. What you got?
Perfect. A bit of intimidation. If you don't want to move, then we go round 3. Up top is Drawen.
Don't know what an abomination is. I'm muttering to myself. Where is Amator?
Look at in front of you. He's in the
Amator
cave.
is seemingly gone. He has vanished.
Yeah. I'll try and pull another mushroom from my shoulder and throw it again to the boss,
Okay.
the goblin boss, and say, "Won't you die yet?"
Perfect. He's going to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, only 4 points of damage.
That's a 14. So he
Oh my god!
he smells the poisonous mushroom. He inhales the fumes, and he's fine. He's fine. I mean, he smokes a lot
I
of.
think my mushrooms they got exposed too much to sunlight.
On the sunlight. Yep. Do you want to move or do something with your bonus action?
I will stay there. I don't have anything for a bonus action.
Okay.
Just looking at Acheron with a bit of worry.
Okay.
Like it's been a couple of rounds, nothing has been
I'm
done.
saying that we are keeping the hot gates now.
Okay. Although I think it started off as a joke. I think you're starting to believe that maybe you're a bit cursed.
Maybe you
So-
shouldn't have killed that goblin, after all.
Yep. So now it's one of the goblins' turn. The one in front of Acheron. It is going to attack him with a scimitar attack. That's only a 14 though against your armor class, so it bounces off your armor. And this goblin is going to use its bonus action to disengage and go here, where he has thrown his shield, and next turn it's gonna try to pick it up. And it's Amator's turn.
Okay. So, I jump out of the cave yet again. See that the goblin is still alive somehow.
Every time it's still the same.
Okay. Okay. I mutter a quick prayer to La Thunder and I try once more. with Toll the Dead.
Okay. Let's see.
Maybe this time.
Yep.
Maybe this time.
This time he rolled a 0. So
Oh, thank God.
he rolled a 0. So he receives 11 points of damage.
That's overkill.
It's not though, because he's still alive.
What?
He's,
He is. You see
The
that
goblin boss.
He clutches. Yeah,
He's-
it's a boss.
it's a boss.
It's a boss.
see.
He clutches his both of his ears, projectile blood spewing from them. He falls to his knees, almost dead. He's for sure deafened. He can't hear anything. And he's in a vulnerable position right now, on his knees.
I want to remind you that I have done like 19 points of damage to him.
Yes, exactly. I know.
Okay.
He's
still alive,
on the brink
though.
of death. Yeah, he's on the brink of death. It's
Okay then.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything else?
I go back here.
Perfect.
and my turn.
Yep. The wolves welcome you once more into their den, and it's. Oh, sorry, I skipped the goblin boss's turn. The goblin boss. He's not gonna attack, he's gonna take the dodge action. Trying to dodge any attacks coming towards it. So every attack against him has disadvantage, and if he can see the attacker, he also has advantage on dexterity saving throws. And the goblin behind him acts now, trying to attack Acheron. Once again with his scimitar.
Come on, you
rolling a
smart.
15, I think that's a miss, right? Yeah, misses. The most anticlimactic fight ever, nothing happens.
Yeah. It's like
Returns. He's gonna stay there, not being able to back away. And it's Acheron's turn.
If only I was to level. Okay. I'm not gonna do something different.
Yeah, go
I
for
can.
it. Attack.
what works.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Although, which one are you targeting? You can target the boss or the goblin behind it.
This one.
Okay. Perfect. Roll for damage.
Now I rolled the. I
Yeah.
can also go for the boss, but he.
Yeah, you can choose.
I have
which
a
one.
disadvantage because of the dodge, so I want to finish the goblins behind him.
Okay.
The damage. Sorry.
Yes, roll the damage. Although you don't actually have to because it only has 1 HP.
Okay.
You finish it off very quickly, slashing twice across its chest.
Slash and pommel. I'm putting the pommel of my sword on his head.
Perfect.
In his head, actually.
Yeah. It caves in, its skull caves in, and it falls behind into the briars, dead.
And
You can move, or
I'm taking his place.
yeah, you can walk on it if you want. Let me
Actually,
remove it.
I will come here. And I'm shouting at the goblin that you can have your chance on me now. Take the shield, take it.
Ooh, okay. It's a one-on-one with this goblin. Next up is Drawen. With the goblin boss in front of you, trying to defend from your attacks. Very badly wounded. What are you gonna do?
Do the killing blow.
I'm talking to the goblin boss, asking him.
Yeah.
You fall into a Duergar mushroom soup when you were younger. What is happening with you? I'm trying again with the poison spray. I'm trying to find a good mushroom this time, like a hefty one.
Yeah. 1 damage.
1 point of damage.
Man.
Oh my god,
That's
it's not gonna work.
That sucks. Even if he rolls the Constitution saving throw. He rolls a 2.
Okay, he takes 1 point of
He
damage.
takes 1 point of damage, and he's still alive. Somehow this goblin has managed to defend against your mushroom attacks very well.
This time though, I'll move there.
Okay, you move there, and the goblin answers to you. I do some mushrooms recreationally, you know. And yep, that's your turn. And now it's the goblin that Acheron intimidated. Not trusting what you said about the shield, he does indeed pick up his shield. And now with the shield and... Yeah, he picks up his shield. That's an action, so he cannot attack this turn. But he does don it. And it's Amator's turn.
Hey. I'm going to come out of the mouth of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow this guy is still alive.
He's right how you left him. In the same exact position.
Okay.
Hey, one extra point of damage, please.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
I'm going to try again. Clutching my holy symbol, I call upon a thunder and cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Possibly his last wisdom saving throw. Nope, he rolled a 19 again. So that's
My God.
an 18. He manages to... I think he's tripping on the mushroom right now, so he doesn't realize the attack coming on him. Perfect.
I shout to my comrades, not in common, in celestial. I tell to Acheron, please keep one of them alive to question him.
Here we go again. Okay.
One more time.
We've done it, it didn't work.
Okay, you move behind, and it's the goblin boss's turn. And I think the goblin boss is going to move here.
Okay.
Or actually, let me think. He sees the opening, I think, and he's gonna use his bonus action to disengage with Nimble Escape. First, he's going to attack Drawen with his scimitar. Once.
What is it?
It's an 11. I think that misses.
Okay, cool.
And the second attack is 12. Does it hit? No.
Misses as well.
Yep. Both miss.
The second attack a bonus action though.
No, the second he has multi-attack as an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He does the second attack with disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and he's going to use Nimble Escape as a goblin. He's gonna disengage as a bonus action, and he's gonna run away towards the mouth of the cave. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He passes right through Amator, not paying very much attention to him.
Attack of opportunity.
He doesn't.
Disengaged.
Yeah, he disengaged.
Didn't expect that.
He disengaged from you,
Yeah, it's
not from me.
General.
It's for everyone. It counts for everyone. But he doesn't leave your reach, so either way you would have to an attack of opportunity. He ends his turn
Okay.
right next to you, Amator.
Okay.
Trying to reach further into the cave.
Okay.
That goblin is dead, so it's Acheron's turn, and his beef with the goblin.
I'm gonna chop him a bit.
Yep, go for
Chop,
it.
chop, chop.
Choppity chop.
Nice.
I believe it's in, no?
15.
Let me check. I think
5
that
slashing.
hits. Yeah, that
5
hits
slashing.
exactly. 5 slashing damage. He gets hurt quite a lot. He's not yet dead yet. Oop. But you have him cornered, and yeah, he's on his last legs. There is not
And
much.
I'm coming here just to give the opportunity to my friend to attack him as well.
Perfect. And in fact, it is Drawen's turn right now.
Acheron, you're good, right? We're gonna chase the goblin boss. The guy that eats mushroom since he was born. Toxic mushrooms.
Okay, with so much mushroom, I
Middle name is
think
Leslie.
he will run fast away from you. But
Right.
Oh, you chase him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm chasing him.
Okay.
This was all part of my plan. I wanted to create some distance because I realized a mushroom straight ahead didn't work, so I'm gonna hit him to his back with the same mushroom.
Very smart.
Yeah, I'm
But,
trying to pick up
Inside the cave, there is no sunlight.
Yeah, that's also true. As you cross the threshold into the cave of the mouth of the cave, you suddenly feel a lot better as the
at home.
sun is not directly beating on your head.
Okay, so as I realize that, I will move one step closer and switch to a battle axe attack.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh my god! Why? Why?
very, very
I'm forsaken. Yeah,
Yeah,
it just doesn't work.
even this cowardly
annoying.
goblin boss manages to very quickly turn around and block your attack with
Okay.
his shield.
Either way, I'll move to that side. Next
Okay.
to Amator, and I guess I notice the wolves as well.
Yeah, you do. You do notice them, but they remain docile, having been fed by Amator. They don't pay you much
Yeah.
notice.
Brilliant. Okay, it's I finished my turn basically.
Okay. So, returning to the one-on-one, Goblin versus Acheron, sorry. The Goblin is gonna try to attack you. One last attempt to defend himself. He rolled a double critical.
What?
double
Yeah,
critical.
that's insane. He does 8 points of damage to you.
Ooh.
That was his plan all along. Being
My God.
one with you. He didn't want to reveal his true strength to his comrades. So now
I'm
he
down
can go
to
all out.
5. I'm down
Okay.
to 5. It's the second critical that you are
Yep.
giving me.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
And the
it's
other
a double. It rolled with advantage, and both dice were 20.
Why he rolled with advantage?
No, I mean it always rolls with advantage.
It's
Yeah.
he.
But both
Through
were
the system.
20. Both insane.
Okay, now I'm pissed.
Yeah. This goblin is not here to play. Maybe you shouldn't have toyed with him so much. Maybe the curse is real. You don't know. You don't know. Anyway, it's Amator's turn right now. The goblin
Okay.
is right next to you.
I'm
Amator,
going
please.
to do whatever it takes to stop him from moving forward. I move here,
Oh,
trying to block him.
okay.
Okay, I take out my trusty dagger and thrust it at his ribs,
Ooh,
hoping.
okay. Roll an attack. He does
Please.
have a lot of AC. He has a.
Oh my God.
You miss, unfortunately. He brings
That's an
his
8.
shield in front of him very easily.
But you didn't mention the heavy armor. If you mentioned it before, I would have changed my plan.
No,
But
it's not
okay.
heavy armor. It's metal. It's just metal armor with some leather pieces.
I thought that it was the same armor as the rest of them, but okay.
Yeah, he does parry your. He does deflect your strike at him, and I guess
It's his turn.
it's his turn now. Yeah, but
Drawen starts to feel a bit of respect towards this goblin, which is completely a new feeling to him.
yeah, against all odds, he has managed to survive 5 rounds against your onslaught.
Yes, but 20 HP helps, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Nice. In fact. And let's see. I think he's going to retaliate towards you, Amator. He's gonna attack.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yep. He's gonna attack you because you dealt so much pain. You were the source of its pain.
He fell into my trap.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Warding Flare as a reaction.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
So the moment that he tries to strike me, I
Wow.
wave my holy symbol in the air and a flash of light blinds him.
Amazing. So you impose
Okay.
disadvantage on the attack roll.
Disadvantage, yes.
He rolled a critical against him, and you turn that around to an 8, and it misses you.
oof.
He's ready.
But-
He. The moment you strike him, you try to strike him. This goblin is battle hardened. Okay, he has seen a lot of. He's full of scars. He has survived a lot of battles. As soon as you struck him, he knew exactly where to retaliate. But he did not expect that kind of magic from you. So as he is going for your vitals with his scimitar, there's a very bright flash. He gets blinded, and his scimitar hits the wall. Amazing.
Okay, great.
He's gonna attack you one more time with disadvantage again.
No, it's only one attack has disadvantage.
Yeah,
this time
but-
it's normal.
He has a disadvantage anyway.
Okay.
That's another 8. That misses again, and he can't do anything. I mean, he's going to. Is he going to disengage? I don't think so. Let me roll a. No.
He can try go towards the wolves.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna disengage from you. And it's Acheron's turn on his one-on-one with that insane goblin. He's on his last legs. He dealt his final blow, possibly against you. It was a big one. He knows it's not looking good for him.
I'm gonna make a speech of intimidation
Okay.
to him. I'm gonna say that your friend here is lying dead, and the other is gonna be dead in less than 20 seconds. So, give up your arms and be quiet. And I spare your life. I will spare your life.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
My eyes are that time are a bit bright. You know, from my Aasimar ancestry, I'm looking at him like a Feywild
You are
creature,
an angel of death,
you know.
ready to carry him to the afterlife, and you are offering him a chance.
Yes, and I'm trusting myself that his intelligence is a bit low.
Okay, yes. Roll,
But we
roll
will-
intimidation. Perfect.
Whee!
20. Amazing. This goblin is, yep. He sees, yeah, this is the only way he's gonna live. He immediately throws his sword on the ground. He removes his shield from his arm, and he falls to his knees, clutching. He wraps around your ankle actually, and he's like in very broken common saying,
Please don't kill. Please don't kill. I help you. I help you.
Okay, be quiet.
Yes, yes.
And you're gonna stay here.
I stay with you. Yes.
That's my turn.
Yep, perfect. So this goblin is also out of this fight. And it's Drawen's turn.
In my mind, when Acheron said, give up your arms, I made an image of cutting his arms.
Give up your left and right.
Your arms. We've been there.
Yep.
Right. Just to make sure, I'll block the path of the goblin.
Okay.
I'll go there. And I'm looking at Amator with wide eyes because I saw what he did previously to the goblin, and I am amazed. And I'll try to focus on the goblin boss and say,
Yeah.
you are an expert of mushrooms. How about an old wound? And I'll try to find an old wound
Yep.
himself and try to slash at the same
Yep.
point.
Okay.
Or 17, please.
That hits exactly actually, and
Nice.
you can finish him off however you want. You see, as you say, you're an expert of mushrooms. He looks at you and says, "Yeah. When I was growing up, all I had was mushrooms and fighting. My life was so hard." And you just cleave him on the head and he
I
dies.
just say, me too. I had the same life.
there is a moment of recognition between you, a fight very well fought, and he loses. Possibly the only fight he lost in his life.
Mm-hmm. Under my breath, I say, "You took it away from me."
Yeah. Okay. And he looks at your eyes as the life leaves his, and he falls into the stream, the blood mixing with the water, the stream turning red.
I'm trying to cut his body.
Okay. Okay.
Just drag it close to us.
Okay.
And land.
Perfect. You can position him right here if you want.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, and it's Amator's turn next. If
Are they? I'm pointing at the wolves and ask Amator. Are they Orurgs? What are they doing here?
I think the goblins keep them as guardians of the cave. But they are
friendly to me.
they are chained. Yes, I just fed them. I gave them some food and they calmed down.
Maybe they want some more food, and I'm pointing at the dead goblin.
yeah, you see the wolves have now.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. And you see
I don't know
that
if they have a taste for goblin, but we are going to find out.
their attention is shifting towards the dead goblin in front of you, and they're smelling the air. They're tightening against their chains, and they're trying to reach for the goblin boss in front of you.
Let's quickly try to find Acheron and see how he's doing.
Can you drag the goblin with you? I move out of the cave.
Yep.
And I see that Acheron
Hey guys.
has taken my advice, and he has taken goblin captive.
Yeah, you see that one of the goblins is groveling in front of Acheron's feet, repeatedly saying in broken common,
Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
I ask him, how many of you are there in this cave?
If I say you let me live, yes.
I can promise you that I will let you live.
Okay. Okay. He realizes what the statement means. He looks at Acheron in front of him, that also promised that if he cooperates, he's going to possibly be allowed to live. And he says,
There is more than.
he starts counting on his fingers.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't take it any longer. I want to count an arm.
What is after 4?
5?
Comes 5.
I tell you.
Yes. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
I'm leaving. I can't do that. I will cut something if I stay longer.
You see,
I
after
go
10,
back inside.
He starts to he has some difficulties after 10, but eventually he reaches the conclusion and says,
There is 12 of us, and Clark, our leader.
There are 12
Clark is-
goblins inside this cave?
Yeah, 12, more or less. Yes.
More or less.
Probably more. Probably I'm forgetting a lot of them, actually.
I pull a piece of parchment from my backpack, and I ask
Okay.
him to draw me a map of the cave.
Okay. You see that this goblin doesn't know how to draw very well. He draws like the stream very, very crudely, going towards the north.
With a bit of pressure of my
Yeah.
sword.
Towards the north, bending towards the west, and reaching a small pool. And then underneath that pool, there's another cavern in this cave, where he draws like a crown and an angry face, and he points out,
This is where Clark stays. That's where the treasure is.
And what is the quickest way to go there?
he says,
If you go from the kennels, there is a cistern. You can climb up. You can climb in there and sneak into Clark's room if you want.
Okay, that's the plan.
And what about the captives?
you see that he thinks for a little bit, and he says,
We have one. He's in our sleeping room.
No, you
Like
have two.
to beat him up for fun.
Is that the room close to Clark?
It's on the other side.
and you see that the drawing he made continues, and where the stream went northward and then west, you see that it loops around and crosses a bridge over the stream and goes where the stream went eastward, it loops around back again on itself, crosses over a bridge and goes westward, on the west side of the stream this time. And after a bit of a tunnel, it reaches a small area. He draws a room, and it says,
Here is where we sleep.
Okay.
What about the other captive? You had two. Only one arrived.
We
Okay.
had the two, but they took one to the castle.
Oh, that's getting interesting. Which castle?
Our castle.
Where is your castle?
he says that
I have a map here. To give you
I don't know where it is. I don't know. I've never
I'm
been
sure
to
Clark
the castle.
knows.
Yes, Clark definitely knows.
Clark is a goblin.
No, he's big. He's a hairy, big goblin. He's your size.
Can I roll something to see what he
you
needs?
can roll a nature check if you want, to ascertain what Clark could be. Yeah. You
14.
Yeah, you could. Clark could be a hobgoblin or a bugbear. You know that those type of creatures often lead bands of goblins because they're bigger, stronger, and the goblins do not rise up against them, so to say.
Okay, is Clark alone in his room?
No, he has his wolf always with him, a reaper, nasty creature. And some of us also stay there from time to time as bodyguards.
Okay. I think this is the guy to take out.
He can leave, yes.
Can I go, please? I will never come back, I promise.
I think we should tie him to a tree or something around here, and we should free him when we come out again. What do you think?
That's a good idea. I don't have any killing a goblin mood now.
Drawen, what do you think?
Actually, I've left. I went back inside because I couldn't wait for the goblin to count. I was getting too irritated, and I was my hand was going to my battle axe.
Yeah,
So in order
same.
not to
I mean,
not to ruin any kind of mood here and our friendship, I moved inside the cave.
Okay. I help Acheron tie him up
I don't
and
need
gag
that,
him.
but-
and gag him.
okay, you tie him up.
So what he said, but you promised you're gonna let me leave, please. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go back.
We didn't tell you when.
Are you gonna come back to let me go?
And that moment I
course.
put a bit of cloth in his mouth and tie him also in the tree.
Okay, so as you're trying to gag him, he says,
Please, let now. I'm going to tell you where the castle is. I'm going to tell you where the castle is.
Look at the Amator. It's all yours.
Okay. I ask him in Goblin, where does he think the castle is?
I can show you on the map. If you let
Okay.
me go, if you promise to let me go now.
he says in
No, you are staying tied to that tree, gagged, until we come out, and then we let you go. We cannot risk you alerting your friends.
So I tell you when you free me.
Okay, that's a deal.
Cool.
And then
Cool. That's goblin. Cool.
does the goblins wear socks?
socks. No, they
No.
they wear like leather sandals, I guess.
Smelly feet.
or nothing.
Okay. Do they have loincloths or something?
Have a piece
Yeah,
of
they
cloth.
do. They do have a piece of clothes, loin clothes, and
Okay.
leather straps.
We gag him with his own loincloth,
Oh, Jesus Christ!
and and we tie him to a tree.
Okay. You stash him in the thicket in here.
Yes,
no one
exactly,
can
there,
find
yes.
him.
Right.
You put some branches over him so he can't be seen very easily. He's gagged. He can't move. But you have a deal. So when you come back, he's gonna tell you where the castle is.
Okay.
Nick, in the meantime,
Yes.
would like to search the body of the goblin boss.
The goblin boss, of course.
What is he holding? What is he wearing?
Yeah. So
Belongings.
you see that he was wielding a wooden shield. Painting on it was a mouth with sharp teeth. He was wielding a very rusty-looking scimitar that was embedded with bolts and spikes to make it nastier. And he was also wearing a chain shirt. Now cut up and destroyed from your strikes. On his body, you do find on his waist a small leather pouch, and as you look through it, you see that he was holding on to some silver pieces, 16 silver pieces.
16, okay.
The goblin boss had on him. Yes.
I take the silver pieces from his pouch and look at the wolves.
Yeah. The wolves do have your attention. You see that they're not immediately aggressive, but they are waiting. And you realize that they're hungry, and they're like whimpering, trying to, tightening themselves on the chains, trying to reach the corpse of the goblin boss in front of your feet.
Yeah, I talk to them and I say, Orurg, why have you forsaken me? I need your power. Come back to me. Bring the rest. I'm talking basically to the primal spirits of the wolf.
You are trying to communicate through the primal spirit of the wolves, through these creatures in front of you.
As I'm dragging the goblin boss to their mouths.
Yeah. So as you do that, let me actually... You bring the corpse of the goblin boss in front of the wolves, and they immediately start tearing it apart, limb from limb, eating through the leather straps, eating through his metal armor. And when they have their fill, they return to their resting spots. And as the last one does, he holds your gaze for much longer than is natural for a wolf. And he lays down, curls up to a ball. And you see that he leaves a narrow space. First of all, you can take a point of inspiration if you want.
Okay, thank you very much.
The goblin boss is torn to pieces. He's gone. And you see that between the wolves, there's a small fissure at the end of the room here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's filled with rubble. So it creates like a bit of a ramp as it gets narrower and it goes higher up.
Yeah.
And at the very end, there's a small hole leading upwards, like a chimney. And between the rubble, you also see a lot of trash, like thrown about. Small bones, scraps of meat, all that kind of stuff. And it reminds you of a trash chute.
Yeah.
So whatever is above, possibly from the drawing that the goblin... actually, you didn't see the drawing.
I don't know about the drawing.
Yeah. But you can ascertain that there is a room above, and this chute works like a disposal chute. Everything they throw into this chimney, it gets thrown in here, and the wolves get rid of it. It's a small chute, but you can attempt to climb it if you want. Go into the hole and come.
I would actually wait for the others to do that. But in the meantime, I would like to befriend one of the wolves.
Okay. As you... Yeah.
The one that looked at me a bit longer.
Roll an animal handling check if you want, with advantage. And as you do so, you see that every wolf is tied up with a chain, with a collar on its neck. And all the chains lead to iron spikes drilled into the floor of the cave. Actually, into the bases of stalagmites. And they're all chained up.
Do I remember any of the goblins that we battled now wielding some kind of a hammer?
No, but there is like a weird mechanism, let's say, where you can easily untie the chain and release the wolves without the need of tools, if you want.
Yeah. Well, first of all, seeing that they don't attack me straight away, and with a 19 in animal handling, I will try and do that.
Yeah. Are you trying to release the one or all of them?
I'll start with the one first of all to see what's the reaction.
Yeah. I mean, you release the chain and there is a look of recognition from the wolf, and he starts smelling. It takes up your scent. He looks at you and he goes towards its friends and, nudges with its snout towards them.
Okay, so I will go and I'll try and pet it a bit.
Yeah.
Carefully and go and release the other two.
Okay. It's very friendly towards you. You don't see any animosity or any signs of threat, it being threatened. And it just stays there waiting for you to release its two other friends. And as you do so, you see that all of them gather up. They rub each other's snouts, they do like a sort of ritual, and they all start slowly walking towards the mouth of the cave, towards the exit. If you let them do so, one by one, they exit the mouth of the cave. The last one...
I will accompany them as they go out, so the others don't get scared.
Yeah. You accompany the wolves and you see them drinking a bit from the cold stream and realizing they're free, slowly making that realization. They start wandering off into the forest.
Before they leave, I go next to one of the wolves, and the one that I freed first, and I tell the wolf, "Go away, you're free, but don't forget that you can come back to me whenever you like." Orurg.
Amazing. You see the wolf takes up your scent, looks up into your eyes with a sign of recognition or acknowledgement to what you said, and turns around and...
Before it leaves, I also say, I whisper to the wolf, "There's also a goblin here around."
Okay. It seems to acknowledge what you said, to realize it, and he vanishes. The goblins the wolves wander off into the tree line and they disappear. And as they leave and you lose their sight. You hear a distant howling, and they're gone.
Brilliant.
Hey,
If I
Amator,
see...
what the fuck with the game mushroom guy?
Did you just release the wolves?
Yes, they are gone. They are free, back to the nature, as they should be. But come inside,
That
I found
means-
something.
Yeah. The goblin mentioned there is a passage directly to the leader's room. And
Brilliant,
that,
okay.
passage is in the small cave where the wolves were.
I don't think it's a coincidence, but I actually found something in that area.
Okay, let's see. But before we go, I like to search the captive goblin and the dead goblin for
The
money.
dead goblin in the thicket, you mean? The goblin boss is torn to pieces. You cannot search him anymore. The other goblin next to... actually, he's under Acheron at this point. He's stepping on him. He only has his equipment on him. Nothing else, nothing more.
Okay,
Nothing interesting on him.
okay, then never mind. Let's go to the small cave.
Yep.
As they come next to me, I pass them 5 silver pieces each. If you want to write them down.
Okay,
Nice.
That's from the goblin boss.
great. He was one lucky bastard.
Well, he was just fed to the wolves.
Okay.
You hear, priest? Head to the wolves.
More curse.
More
Oh,
care.
joy. More curses for us.
You all enter the kennel where the wolves
Yes.
resided
I
at
would-
this point.
If you don't mind, I will lead them inside, tell them the story about the fissure, but also stay where I am now and keep an ear and eye out for any sounds of goblins, etc.,
Okay.
as they are inside investigating.
So with your superior dark vision, you
Yeah,
can
I'll
see
just go
a lot into the cave. You cannot hear much because of the rushing sound of the water. But you do see the stream leading to the northeast, and approximately 20 feet northeast. Sorry, there is a bridge 20 feet above the water, leading from connecting another tunnel that crosses perpendicular to the stream, and it crosses east to west. And also, as you're walking into the cave, the tunnel gets progressively steeper. You have to climb. It goes upwards a lot.
Okay.
You see there are stairs formed into the dry part of the path. And one last thing. Yeah. No, actually that's it. There's nothing more. There's also a side tunnel to the west. Also very steep, but you see that tunnel is filled with rubble. There seems to have been some sort of caving.
Okay.
You could climb up to it, but it's gonna be a tough do.
No, I'm just waiting there and making sure there are no more goblins passing from that point. As the other two can check the fissure. And if I have time, I will also take the remainings of the goblin boss and throw them in the stream.
Okay.
So that there are no. I mean, there's probably blood everywhere, but
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But it's a it's a usual sight in the kennels to be blood everywhere from the feedings. You throw the remaining whatever remains from the goblin boss into the stream. It's not very strong stream, so they don't get carried away very fast.
I push a bit as well, just to give it a bit moment.
You block a little bit, but again they eventually get picked up and they exit the cave through the mouth.
Nick, as the body leaves, I throw a mushroom on his what's remaining of his torso.
The best send off for this goblin boss.
Yeah.
He died how he lived, full of mushrooms.
Can we all regroup in the wolf cave to discuss what we are going to do next?
You tell me.
Yeah.
No, I ask Acheron, please come to the wolf cave.
I think
if you move your token to the cave.
yes. I'm going next to I think we have to trust the drawing, the map.
Right. Would you like to wait here for an hour to recuperate a bit?
Yeah. Actually, I'm badly
It's
wounded.
a good idea.
Are you?
This goblin, he had a strong strike with me.
Okay.
So, hey,
It's
Amator,
a
do
very
your
good place if you want to take a short rest.
Yes, I will have
Your
a
backs
short
are
rest.
defended against anything. I mean, there's only one entrance to this cave.
Do you have any more mushrooms, Drawen?
I do. I only have 2, but I would like to finish a short rest and see how well I'll manage to heal myself before I spend them.
Okay, so we're going to take a short rest anyway, right?
You know what? It doesn't matter. Acheron, here you go. Take 2 mushrooms, my last ones.
Okay, and I'm gaining 1 HP per mushroom, no?
Yeah.
Okay, going to 7. And yeah, because the Aasimar ancestry will not leave me alone, I'm gonna do healing hands.
Great. Remind me, healing hands is
So in that case, let's use the mushrooms after your healing hands.
Let's see how much
action.
you get.
Healing hands is as an action you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. So 1 hit point. It's basically an
Is it
extra-
1?
It's 1. It's 1 hit point.
Oh my god.
It
It's
isn't
an
worth
extra good berry. And you can use
Okay,
it
so
once.
It's a good way, yes.
it's
I cannot crawl to that cave with 7 hit points.
don't worry, I have 5 currently.
Well, you saw that goblins are
You know what we can do?
barely hit with their attacks.
But Drawen, you have hit dice to spend.
Yes, you know what we can do? We can, here is my environment. This is darkness. I can easily see anything in darkness. I'm relatively good at stealth, so I can go ahead, scout a bit, and report back. Like, we don't want any major fights or today, but at least we should know what's ahead of us and where is everyone positioned? What do you think?
I think I want you to go through the fissure and tell us what's on the other side.
That's what I'm gonna do. Let's have a short rest first.
Okay. So I think we can end this episode here with the short rest, and we can see
all my hit dice.
we can see what's on the other side of this fissure next episode.
5.
As you delve deeper into this hideout.
Perfect.
Perfect. So,
Thank you very much, Nick.
thank you so much. So
Thank you very
let's
much,
see
guys.
what
Thank you
happens
much.
Good game.
Next episode. Yep,
Thank
good
you.
game.